I've been looking forward to sharing this with you for a long time. Every year for the past 3 years, I have hosted a crochet retreat. And every year I'm reminded that crochet is so much more than just yarn and hooks. It's friendships, it's encouragement, it's laughing until your cheeks hurt. It's finally getting to meet your people who love and are interested in crochet and yarn. But this week was one that I'll never forget. My goal when I started creating crochet retreats was to just simply have a place where people could come together to crochet together. But then things started to morph. My goal changed into what experiences that I could give each attendee to lift them up, share with them experiences they may not have ever had if they hadn't had come to my retreat, slip in a charity project that we could make together to show people that crochet can also have purpose. And then, of course, I had to spoil my attendees with gifts donated by my favorite sponsors that they could then play with and use and decide for themselves if it was something that they liked, help them grow in their crochet journey. And that seemed to work out pretty well. I also wanted people to feel like they had found their people. So many people have told me that they just don't have anyone to talk to about crochet or yarn. But once you find your people, it's really hard to stop talking. This year, something really special happened. People were meeting each other at the airport before the retreat had even started. By the time they had arrived to the retreat, there were already a bunch of friendships that had just been made. That was really cool. That was something different that I hadn't seen before. I love kicking off the retreat with a welcome celebration. It's everyone's first chance to settle into the location, meet one another, and see the amazing gifts that our sponsors helped out to help make possible. So every welcome bag is filled with products from brands that I genuinely love using myself. And watching everyone's excitement, it never gets old. Now, each year, the donations from sponsors is different. It differs each year from year to year. But this year, my friend over at Knitting Fever donated 1 skein, oh, here you are, of the brand new Juniper Moon Farm Cotton Merino Shadows. And they donated 1 Likey crochet hook to go in each welcome bag. Now, I personally know that when I have just 1 skein of yarn, it can be challenging to think what to make with it, especially if that yarn is different from what you would normally purchase. So what I did is I crocheted a scarf with just 1 skein of this Juniper Moon Farm Cotton Merino Shadows, so people could see what the stitches would look like and, how it looked worked up in a project, the effect of the shadow on the yarn. And that honestly seemed to help a lot of people because 3 different attendees then went and made this exact same scarf. So I was like, that's pretty cool. But thank you so much, Knitting Fever, for sending over the Juniper Moon Farm Cotton Merino Shadows yarn and the Likey crochet hooks for me to share with each one of my attendees. Della Q donated 1 vinyl round zip notions pouch to go in each welcome bag. And when I saw these, I got really excited. So these little pouches, they actually have magnetic sides. Comes quite handy when you're looking for stitch markers. It's just really neat. Plus, it's super cute. Thank you so much, Della Q, for donating these very special vinyl notions pouches. My friends over at Premier Yarns were awesome, and they sent over an L bag. Got you right here. And this L bag, it actually does come with a notebook and a pen, which was great. They also sent over a retractable measuring tape. Here we go. Cute. This right here is a luggage tag and some stickers. These items went in each welcome bag. They're so helpful, and people were using these items the entire time. So thank you so much, Premier. And lastly, my friend over at We Crochet, she sent over a whole box of Dots crochet hooks. I was just floored when I saw this. I was like, really? A whole entire set? That's incredible. Plus, she also sent over a view size or gauge ruler, and I saw many people using this when we were working on projects at the retreat, and a drawstring fabric bag to go in each welcome bag. That was such a treat. Thank you so much, We Crochet. People were just extremely excited to give these Dots crochet hooks a try and dig right in and use everything that you provided. I also decided to add in a fancy wooden 15mm crochet hook for people to give a try and play with, being that this is not a common size crochet hook and people often have to purchase this separately if they want to use one. So I was like, hey, I'll just slip one of these in the bag. And of course, I also had to create a very special Austin Crochet Retreat t-shirt that you won't find in the merch shop. We took our group picture with this shirt. This one right here, I'm wearing it. For our first workshop, we did a filet cactus mini pillow. Got him right here. Now, over the years, I've learned something really important. Everyone crochets at a different speed. So instead of me teaching every stitch in real time, just kind of like working up the project in real time, I provide a complete pattern, and usually I have a video tutorial so everyone can work comfortably at their own pace. Now this year I wasn't able to finish the edits to the video tutorial for the retreat, but I will have the video edits ready to go for the future. So that's already in the works. Because everyone works at a different pace, I have a hard time just like follow along with me and go at my pace. So I make sure I have those resources available so people can just have fun. No one feels rushed. Everyone can simply enjoy creating. I do want to take a second to thank We Crochet for providing the VD 100% mercerized cotton yarn that we used to make this project. The colors you provided were on point with the Texas theme, and it was just perfect for the project. Now, this next thing wasn't even on the schedule. Someone in the group just mentioned how beautiful the crochet tops were that people had brought with them. There were so many people that brought their own crochet wearables with them on this retreat. And before we knew it, everyone was just hanging their handmade wearables on the wall. It was really cool. It became this really fun little fashion show that happened completely organically. It was so cool, so special to see all these different wearables that everyone made, the different stitches, the different colors, the different fibers, the materials. It was just amazing. The yarn tasting event. This is actually a highlight of my retreat. It might be one of the most popular events that I have at my retreats. I found the idea for a yarn tasting from the Knitting Fever website, actually. I read what it was all about and I thought, I've got to do this. Now, I have only hosted 3 retreats, but this was my second year hosting a yarn tasting, and it goes over so well that I'm going to be doing them for every single retreat that I ever do. It's such a big deal, and there's so much value that comes from it. But what is a yarn tasting, you might be asking? It's basically just yarn sampling. I pass around a combination of different budget-friendly yarns, different luxury yarns, different fibers, different textures. I really try to include all the yarns that you would have to purchase online or purchase in a luxury yarn store, things that you have to really think, do I really want to invest in this, or is this something that I am really interested in purchasing? Even the budget-friendly stuff that you find online only, such as at like premieryarns.com or wecrochet.com, who both actually donated yarn for me to include in the yarn tasting event, which I thought was really smart, because even the budget-friendly yarn, people were like, I didn't think I'd be interested in this, but I actually kind of like it. But I also like to throw in there luxury yarns, because many people have never known what it was like to play with some of these high-end luxury yarns, or what the big whoop is about them. Well, now they know. So each person gets 5 minutes to work with the skein or the yarn that's in front of them. Whatever it is, I mean, you can choose to work with it or not. You just make a swatch, something really small. And after 5 minutes, an alarm goes off, and then you pass the yarn to your left. You get a new skein from the person that was at your right, and now you have 5 minutes to work with that new yarn. Make a swatch or just do something with it. I love this event so much because it allows people to try something that they may never have tried before, because maybe it was too expensive, so they didn't even give it a try. Or maybe it was budget friendly, but it was online and they didn't know how it felt, or they didn't know if it was something they would fall in love with or know what to do with, so they just didn't buy it. But now, giving that yarn a try, they know if they like it, they know how they would use it, and it's really, really cool to see people discovering a yarn that surprised them. A yarn that they thought they wouldn't like at all, that they might actually hate, but ended up being a yarn that they actually loved working with. This year it was fur yarn, the Knitting Fever fur yarn. People were like, I don't know. And then so many people were like, I actually loved it. Those are the moments that just make me so incredibly happy. So I absolutely love what one attendee did. They ended up turning instead of doing a bunch of swatches, they ended up turning each sample of yarn that they got into a beautiful scrap shawl. It actually turned out to be stunning. And I mean, what an incredible memory to take home. So I am still learning and growing with these crochet retreats, this being my third one, but this year I really wanted to give my attendees an experience, not just crochet, but I wanted to branch out and give everybody a little piece, experience a little bit of Texas together as a group.
Who's ready for the wine tour? Let you go, let it go. Bismillah, we will not let you go, let it go. Bismillah, we will not let you go, let it go. We will not let you go, let it go. We will not let you go, let it go. Let me go. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me. For me. Here we go. I want to see some head dropping. Get into it, guys.
Now, this might actually be my favorite footage from the whole week. After an entire day together, people still wanted to sit together. People still wanted to crochet. And people still wanted to keep talking. Some kept talking until 2 in the morning. I was like, nope, I'm out on that. But I was hearing multiple days that people would just be enjoying each other's company so much. They'd be crocheting and talking till 2 a.m. I was like, oh, that's great. I love hearing that. Those are the moments that I will remember. Now, I know we all love yarn, especially as crocheters, and as much as I would love to shuttle my whole group of crocheters from yarn shop to yarn shop, that is just not always practical or possible. So I was able to utilize the fact that this retreat was in my home state of Texas, and I reached out to my connections. My friend Sarah from the Rogue Skein yarn shop brought an incredible trunk show display, a full display of beautiful yarn. She set up actually in our gathering space at the retreat. It was awesome. One of the coolest parts was seeing yarn people had sampled the night before during the yarn tasting. It was now available on her shelves in her display, but in even more colors. And people were making connections left and right, like, hey, that's that. And, hey, I really liked that. Oh, that's the brand that we were playing with. And I'm a firm believer that sampling helps with sales, because now people know what to expect if they like the yarn or if they don't like the yarn. There were a lot of sales happening where people were buying up yarn similar to what they had sampled the night before. So just saying. After the trunk show, we had our second workshop. Now this one, we were making filet cactus soap sacks. So I brought them. They're all right here. All the ones that we made. Now, I always try to include at least one project that gives back, because crocheting has changed my life in so many ways, but being able to use crochet to help someone else makes it even more meaningful. So I always try to show how crochet can have purpose or bring purpose by having some kind of charity project that we can work on together. Again, I want to thank We Crochet for providing the dishy 100% cotton yarn for us to use to make this project. You picked some great colors, and this was just awesome. So thank you so much, We Crochet. Then things got competitive. Crochet Bingo is exactly as fun as it sounds. And with the prizes that were up for grabs this year, it makes sense why people were so excited. So this year, Knitting Fever donated 2 Noro eggs in a beautiful purple color to be one prize. Della donated a Mesh Maker's Tote Bag, the TL Yarn Crafts edition. There were a couple people fighting over that one. Premier Yarns donated a $50 gift card along with other prizes that I brought along with me for myself to just make sure there were as many prizes as possible to keep that game going and keep people having as much fun as possible. But I do want to say thank you so much to Knitting Fever, Della and Premier Yarns for also donating a bingo prize. That was very awesome of you, and I'm so grateful. Now this last thing is newer to the crochet retreats. We basically played with the idea last year, but this year it was like on the agenda. But ending the retreat with a yarn swap was actually suggested by all of the attendees, and in my exit survey, they're like, yeah, let's do some yarn swapping. I was like, okay, we'll give that a try. We actually did that this year. Everyone brings yarn that they'd love to see find a new home, and somehow, some way, everyone leaves with even more yarn, even more inspiration than they had arrived with. I literally warn people before they come to my retreats to make sure that you leave room in your bags because you'll be coming home with more than you brought. When I first started hosting crochet retreats, I hoped that people would leave inspired to crochet with materials they had never tried before, inspired to donate to a charity, inspired by a project that we did or a stitch that we worked with. But now I realize that people are leaving with something even more valuable. Most leave with friendships they didn't have before. People are sharing phone numbers, they're texting each other, they're already like friending each other on Facebook. It's awesome. Many join my Crochet Club membership so they can keep in touch with people, because in my Crochet Club membership, we do a weekly Zoom where you can see each other, and it's a great way to stay connected. And I definitely did not realize that I would be creating an annual gathering. People actually start planning on day 2 of the actual retreat that we're on. I mean it. Like, the retreat started on Sunday. On Monday and Tuesday, people are already planning my next retreat for 2027. I'm like, guys, we are still actively in this one. 60% of my guests are repeaters. 50% of those guests have gone to all 3 of my crochet retreats. So that's gotta say something right there. Reading through everybody's feedback after the retreat made me smile, because many people said the same thing. They felt welcomed, they felt comfortable, they made real friendships, and that means more to me than I can even put into words. If joining us for a future crochet retreat has ever crossed your mind, the best way to hear about registration is through my email list. My Crochet Club members, they always get first dibs. Hands down, not gonna change that. Followed by my email list, my email subscribers over my website. The last few crochet retreats have sold out before I'd even had a chance to announce them publicly, which is why so many of you didn't know I had one, because the tickets were already sold out. If you'd like to be a part of the next crochet retreat, head over to my website, crochetwithtiffany.com, and sign up for the free email list so you don't miss when I drop the announcements for the next retreat. Thank you so much for spending this week with us. I do hope that I'll get a chance to crochet with you in person one day.